There it was, a hat. Sometimes wishes do come true. My joy soon settled as I realized I recognized it, and instead my being was filled with great sadness. The hat was George Conaway's. It was he who helped me escape the penal colony. 2 starved men in a small canoe paddling to the mainland in the middle of the night. Just a week later, we managed to get on board the French ship. I never knew a happier man, immune to the hardships of life. But now it seemed he had finally met his end. And I had lost a true friend.
As a child, I was afraid of deep waters, terrified by the notion that anything could appear out of the blue. Beasts unknown to man, giant creatures visiting from the darkest parts of the deep. But as a grown and sensible man, such childish thoughts did not affect me. I was surprised by my sudden anger towards the little animal. Was this me? Which other feelings did I keep inside? In the salon of my childhood home, sometimes they served crab, cooked with nutmeg and white wine. I could almost remember the taste. Eating it raw, though, was different.
The shards from the bottle.
Captain Abraham Smith, the Mary Ann, Friday, August the 5th, 1778. 2 weeks have passed now since we left Hervey Island, our last known land before the open sea. We're not far from our goal, just a blank spot on the chart, in the middle of the Pacific from what I can tell. But Lord Stevenson is convinced there's land there. Exactly how he acquired this knowledge, he won't tell.
As the date suggested, this log was written over 10 years ago. But who put it in a bottle? It made no sense to me. It had really been a violent storm. Cargo was scattered everywhere. Why did I jump from there? It was a nasty fall, the kind that reveals old forgotten injuries and leaves hips and knees aching. I was lucky I was still moving. I can't imagine what a broken leg would do to my already strained situation. And I watched the endless blue horizon. I was starting to feel a desperation grow inside of me. Was there no other land? My father had a sword. It hung on the wall in his study. Once he took it down to show me. It is one of my last memories of him. One night soon after, I woke up, and there were voices from downstairs. I could hear them talking about my father. I later learned he had died. I was never told how, and I never saw his body. That sword was one of the last things I later sold, but in the end it had to go, like the rest. These were no ordinary giant crabs. In my youthful stupidity, I thought I could kill the creature. But if anything, it only got more vicious. I knew this fight I would lose. And in the fantasy of cloud and sky,
On the shore I picked seashells, and I felt the first thrill of loneliness.
then began a strange sensation. I can't believe I had felt anything quite like it. A fall from this height would most certainly lead to my doom, I thought. If not an instant one, then definitely a slow and painful one.
Don't look down, I told myself. Keep focused, keep moving. Just a tiny slip, and that would be it. It was not a mushroom you would call delicious, rather the opposite. It tasted a bit like an old egg. But on the other hand, I was not in a position. There in the darkness of the cave I saw paintings. They looked old, weathered away by wind and heavy rains. I had a strange feeling, as if they wanted to tell me something. Even from this magnificent viewpoint, I still couldn't see any new land. So was this the end? Or could there still be a chance? Something that could make me see further? If only I had a spyglass. And that was that. A fast and tragic ending to my adventures. Maybe I should rewrite that last part. It felt a bit abrupt. So where was I? Oh yes, I woke up. And for some reason I found myself on the raft. It had a strange taste, a bit like chewing on an old piece of leather. After just a brief moment, I started to feel sick, swollen and heavy somehow. Little did I know then how poisonous it really was. And without an antidote, I would just have minutes left to live. And that was how my end came to be. Maybe I should edit that last part. Can I never get this right?